Day 7 today. Decided I'd do a little represented for Henry's Rabbit Ranch today. This hat's a little cooler, and it's going to be up around 80 today. We're keeping our fingers crossed. No rain in sight for the first time on the trip. So we got about 210 miles to go today. We're stopping just short of Springfield, Missouri. And then tomorrow we're going to get off Route 66 and do some twisty back roads.
Shortly after leaving the hotel, we crossed the Mississippi River and then jumped on the interstate before quickly exiting to check out the Route 66 State Park.
First stop of the day, we are at the Route 66 Park just off of Interstate 44. This is the bridge that was constructed in 1931-32 for Route 66, first bridge going across the Merrimack River.
From there, we jumped back on Route 66 and we headed towards Merrimack Caverns, where we plan to take the cavern tour.
All right, so we are now at Merrimack Caverns in Missouri. So we're going to go in and take the cave tour. They've got quite the complex here. They've got camping, riverboat rides, rafting, zip lining, just about everything that you can think of, including ice cream.
The cavern tour was actually really nice. They have done a really great job on creating walkways and railings to use as you're walking through the cavern, and of course they have lighting all set up on the inside. But it's really a family kind of atmosphere and well worth doing.
All right, we made it out of Merrimack Caverns alive. There was a couple of times when it was in doubt, but we made it. So we're gonna shed these mid layers now. It's warming up, and we're gonna hit the road. And somewhere down the line, I think there's a barbecue place. We're gonna get it this time. And so it was a first today. We got, I guess, misidentified as the tour guides, and we told the woman, no, we're just Power Rangers.
After leaving the caverns, we jumped back on 66 because we were determined to find that great barbecue that we were looking for. So we headed straight to Missouri Hicks.
Evan, we made it.
We did.
Missouri Hicks Barbecue, right on Route 66, and it's open.
And this is the second thing we made today that we're actually on time, and we made it. Sunshine. We're doing good.
I know, beautiful day. The roads are awesome. Riding Route 66 like this, like we're doing today, is great. It's going through all kinds of little small towns, some trailer parks, some communities. It's really cool riding this way. You know, you got to go back and forth over the interstate a few times, but once you do that, I'm really enjoying it today.
That's excellent.
And Missouri Hicks Barbecue did not disappoint. While not the best I've ever had, it was very good. In particular, I enjoyed their beans and their coleslaw, as well as their brisket. We then jumped back on the bikes and continued our day of following the interstate and going back and forth as Route 66 wound its way through small town after small town.
All right, guys, so we just had some great barbecue back there at Missouri Hicks Barbecue, and now we get to see the Red Rocker himself, Sammy Hagar. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's just a big red rocking chair. Sorry. And now we're going to go from Danny's gas hole out to Uranus. Kevin, you know it's coming and everybody else knows it's coming.
I know.
Right, we're at the place you've been waiting for.
We're at the slideshow.
We're going into Uranus.
The Uranus Fudge Factory is a must-do and a lot of fun. Even if you don't get any fudge, it's just really a lot of fun to walk around and read all the ridiculous puns and silly signs.
Here we go. We're entering Uranus. I guess I've come this far, I gotta finish it off. Got my fudge packed. We made it out of Uranus.
So after getting my fudge packed, we jumped back on the bikes and we made our way onto Route 66 once again and through the Devil's Elbow. And then we stopped at the Munger Moss Hotel, took a few pictures before continuing on the road.
One last stop of the day. We're in Lebanon, Missouri, and they've got a Route 66 museum. So it's only 3 o'clock, 3:30. So stop in, and we got about 30 miles to go after we get done here.
Like many of the museums that you're going to find along the way, this one has some cool exhibits of some old cars, old gas pumps, and some of the history of the town as it grew up with Route 66.
Got to the hotel and got all cleaned up. Guess what is right next door to the hotel tonight? A barbecue restaurant. We're going to go a little different. We're both going to get salads with a little bit of barbecue on top of it. So, trying to be good. So, good morning. It is now day 8, and today we're getting off Route 66, and we are going to take a ride down through the Ozarks, do some beautiful twisty roads, and end up in Baxter Springs, Kansas, back on Route 66. Be a little over 300 miles for today, but we got no stops planned. We're just going to go and enjoy the ride, stop whenever nature calls, so to speak. So it's going to be a great ride today. Right now, it is 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going through our packing ritual. You can see all of the things all over the bed. And this is one of the things that you just have to go through if you're traveling by motorcycle or just traveling in general. Is every day it's unpack, every day it's repack. And you start to get in a rhythm with all of this stuff, knowing where everything goes, putting it back in the same place every time. But I swear, no matter how many times I've done this, the first 2 or 3 days of the trip always get a little bit frustrating as you are figuring things out again. Because every time it's just slightly different, no matter how many times you have done it before. But now that we're on day 8, things are starting to go more smoothly, and everything is getting put back in its place.
Once we got off Route 66 and on to those Missouri back roads, the riding, well, it turned out to be, I think, our favorite day of the trip so far, at least as far as riding goes. The roads were beautiful, the scenery was beautiful. It was just a fantastic day of being on the bike.
So here we are, we're about 100 miles into our day today. We're just outside of Branson, Missouri. You can see Kevin back there on the telephone. So it's a little bit crowded in this area. This is Area 71. They got a restaurant and stuff here. And so people are all here for Memorial Day vacation. So we're just gonna make our way past all of this traffic and then get back on some great roads. And man, we are finding some great roads today. Just absolutely amazing, this first 100 miles coming in here. So looking forward to the next couple of hundred.
As we got near Branson, Missouri, and then again as we were traveling through Eureka, Arkansas, we did run into a little bit of traffic. But after we made our way through those busier areas, we once again found some amazing back roads that just twisted and turned and rose and fell. It was just, again, another amazing section of riding.
Okay, so it is about 2:30. We are 260 miles into the day right now. We only have 50 or so to go. And then we'll be done. And man, I mean, what a day. The first 100 was just this beautiful, twisty, undulating roads through Missouri. The second 100, we had to get around Branson, Missouri and Eureka Springs, Arkansas. That was a little bit of a challenge, but now this last 100 is once again, we're back into this beautiful, beautiful roads. But damn, it is a workout because you are just on all of the time, just constantly working that bike. There is no just sit down and rest on this day. So, but
Some of the best rides going. Some of the dips you go in there are so dynamic, and you feel that on the very bottoms. And right after that, it'll just do a bank turn, hard to the right, hard to the left. You have to be on your game.
yeah, so, just beautiful roads though, lots of fun, but we didn't take hardly any pictures. In fact, no pictures today at all.
So after lunch, the spectacular riding continued, almost all the way to our hotel. Again, just an amazing day of being on the bike. Just before we got to our hotel in Baxter Springs, Kansas, we did get back on Route 66 and once again got to see some of those great roadside attractions, including cars on the route and the Rainbow Bridge.
It's been a long day, but a good day. Lots of great roads. We're here just outside of Baxter Springs, we're going to be staying. And this is the Rainbow Bridge. I think the last stop for the day. All right, so we made it to the hotel. We got all checked in. Gonna get showered up and just basically hang. I don't even know if we're gonna get anything to eat tonight. We had a late lunch. But there's not a whole lot in town in Baxter Springs here, especially on a Sunday evening. So anyway, we have been staying in little, nicer chain hotels and so forth on the way down here. But tonight we're in the Baxter Inn for less, and it is a lot less expensive. It's about $74 a night with tax, but it's also a lot, well, dumpier. So it's older, more of that genuine Route 66 experience that some people might be looking for. And on this trip, we're basically spreading it around. We've got some hotel chains we stayed in the earlier part of this trip. We're going to be staying in some more motels like this along the way. Some nicer motels as well. And then we're going to be doing some camping as well. In fact, tomorrow night we're going to be camping for 2 nights in Oklahoma City. So for you campers, you can look forward to that one. So I guess that's about it for today. It was a great day of riding, just really great roads we got to see today. But it was a hot one as well, so I think we are tired and we're worn out, but it's a good tired in that we got to see some really great roads and great scenery today. So really, really nice day on the bikes.